Hi, welcome to another sketchbook tour video. This is my second one, like, ever. Hello? Okay, I think that was, like, the neighbors. That, like, freaked me out for a second. But yeah, this is my second ever sketchbook. So I think this was, June 4th, 2022 to January 10th, 2023. I almost said 2003. Wasn't even born then, so that's kind of crazy. Or at least January 10th. So I figured let's just get started. Okay, so I think everything that I got from this, that I have on this cover, I got from, oh geez, is that Guy Arts? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know, but I actually have this plushie that they had made. And everything on the back from the same artist. I will put a link. And I was like, just to like preface, I don't draw the same way that I do in here. I said that in my last sketchbook tour video, and I'll say it again. But yeah, I don't know. But I was like really trying to be just like this artist. I was like, ooh, like I love the way that this person does everything. I'm gonna copy them. And then I mean, I still really like love his art, but you know. Anyways, this is the brand. I think this is an 8x8. And then this is just another, you know, I had my address on there. I don't want to dox myself. And then, you know, my owner will give you, and then I said a pocket full of string worms. Worms on a string, you know? Oh god. Okay, so I made this title page, because I was like, everyone makes a title page, and I made a title page of my last one. I do like this one better than the last one, but, just like the vibes. You look dead inside, sir. But these were the two characters that I made in my last sketchbook, and then I was like, oh, I should bring them here, and I'm gonna really focus on them. And I think that I do focus a good bit on them, but I don't draw them anymore. Like, these are not really my characters anymore. I mean, they're still my characters, but they're not. It doesn't matter. Anyways, this is my second sketchbook. Then we have my swatch page. This is the set that I bought. And then I had like goals over here, and it says anatomy / poses, coloring, and then comic. To be honest, I don't think I did really any of those except for maybe coloring. I found these like outfits. So any outfits that you see in here I found on Pinterest, and then I just put them on my characters and was like, yeah, I like that. I think I actually turned this guy into a sticker, and then I was trying to sell it, but because I had like no followers, I still have no followers, which is fine. I never like got to actually like sell them, but I had like a whole bunch of them. I really like this a lot still. I still really like the way that I drew the clothes here, which I think is kind of like crazy, but I also liked that one. And then I was like trying to draw more bears and like bear characters. This was gonna be one of their siblings, and then I did this whole doodle page. Oh my god. I keep like forgetting like where my camera is, so I'm sorry if you can't see like half the page, but yeah, I was just kind of like drawing. I found fabric markers and I wanted to see how well they worked. Kind of like this eyeball. I mean, I really, rat taking a shower, classic. But, I mean, there's like too many like little things to like stop and point out. Like I drew a pig and Joe Mama, you know, pillow with a collar on it for some reason. I don't know. This was a clay face that I did make, and it was a free custom that I decided to do because I reached a certain amount of followers. And so the person wanted a chocolate core bear, and I'm really sad that I don't have it anymore. It was really cute, but this is kind of like the design I went with. There was like lace, and it was like a truffle face, and I used like resin and stuff to make like this like cherry drip. And I was like, oh, I love it so much. I will get to this in a second, don't you worry. Then I was trying to draw more of my own clay face that I had made. Named Bark. Look at him. I like this guy a lot. I just don't draw him anymore. And then this is Peef. I love him. I bought him from Lazy Space, who I will also be linking in the description. I love him. I just love him so much. And so I drew him a bunch, and I think I posted it, and Lazy Space herself was like, oh, I love this. So, but I kind of want to like redraw him a little bit. I just think he's neat. He has like this like little Sour Patch like briefcase, but it's like a lunchbox, and he has some in his hand, like the Sour Patch Kids in his hand. Oh, he's just so cute. Then I was drawing some more bears. I do this like ghost bear. I kind of like it. Kind of like this shirt too. I was trying to draw hands, and then I was doing that like character creator thing, but I don't like the way that any of that looks. I don't even think I liked it at the time. I was just like, I was like really trying to like force myself to stay in the sketchbook for long amounts of time. And then I do this little guy. Jeez. And then I did another one. I think this one was like based off of like your own like birthday or something, which is kind of crazy as someone who is a Cancer to have something that looks more akin to like an Aries. But that's okay, it's fine. Because I think it was like based off of your like, you know, if your favorite animal has horns, and my favorite animal at the time was goats, surprisingly, because I would draw bears and not goats, but you know, it is what it is. Then I drew these guys again. This is concerning. We're not going to talk about it. Do some more guys. My friend wanted me to design them a little like persona. I still really like the design of this cape, actually. Like the way that I would actually make this into a reality. And then I was trying to like, you know, draw skulls and stuff like that. Then I was trying to come up with like sticker ideas, because I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have stickers and people are gonna really like love them, and I never made any of them into stickers. But I made this one say, teeth. Hello? God? Sorry, I keep getting really distracted. I'm like nervous that my dad's gonna come home, because I don't really like to film videos when my parents are home. And then this one says, do no harm, take no shit, which I still really like that quote. And yeah, it's just more bears. This one says, warning, bears are real and vicious. So, I have a collection of llama plushies from the dollar store, because it's like almost every single time I go, they have like new ones, and I'm like, oh, I love it. So then I'll decorate them. And so I was gonna turn some into like clay faces. I just didn't do that, but I do like this rave alien idea a lot. Like a lot. Like, come on. I kind of want to make this one into a reality, but I'm not going to. I'm not gonna do that. Then I had some other like clay face ideas, and then I was like, oh, I don't really like. I don't know. I didn't like it. More space wasted, but that's okay. I drew more bears. I kind of like this guy a lot. But, I mean, you know. Yeah, okay, so. Yes, I was drawing them in 2022. Okay, and I'll draw them again in 2024. And again, the next, like, forever, I think. But I drew them as bears because I'm a silly goober and I hate drawing people. But you can see that I was trying, but, you know, And I was trying to draw this, but I didn't like it. Get out of here, glue stick. But then I went to it was like an art thrift store kind of thing, and I found a whole bunch of stamps, and so I put them all over this page, and I really wish that I had them in my room right now, because I like this goofy guy. He's just so goofy, and he's so like shapely, and I love him. Then there's like this TV one that I thought was cool, but we got more bears. Kind of crazy, kind of kooky, because I would never draw bears. Just kidding. That's the only thing I can draw. And then I was trying to come up with like an angel design, but I was like really not good at like character designs at all, because, well, come on now. That's okay, you know? And then, I think this might be one of my favorite spreads in this sketchbook. But I like drew a whole bunch of like squares, and I was like, I'm gonna fill these up with like small little things as if it's like an art gallery, and I did that, and I really still quite like a lot of these drawings. Like, I like this. I think this is kind of cute. I like this one a lot. This one's actually pretty good, or at least at the time it was definitely really good, but like his face is like you would not be able to see that. But like, even though the perspective's wonky, I still like the idea that I kept trying to attempt backgrounds. I do still like to do backgrounds sometimes, but like this was different, you know. But yeah, I did like a whole bunch of just little drawings. Oh my goodness, this is a lot. I drew some ducks, and I did like a lot of random drawing. I like this a lot too. I drew a bat, I drew a skeleton, and I thought that said boner for a second. That's kind of funny. That's really funny, actually. Then I came up with some thumbnails ideas, and then I was going to like go through and like actually do them, and then I didn't do that. Oh, by the way, this one, I did do tooth core, page, but I don't think I'm gonna show it just because I don't want to. It's like one of my favorite spreads in here, but it's kind of like gory, and I don't feel like warning people. So, but then I was trying to come up with like a profile picture for myself, there, and then, you know, I didn't do that, and then, surprise, surprise, a demon in angle. Oh my god. Let me like show this one off a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, these just look like beans. But I remember like being done with it and being like, I don't like this at all. But I don't know, I think that the characters themselves are cute. It's just like the backgrounds are really not great. I kind of like the way I did that though. I was drawing some paws, and this, they're asking what a DILF is, and yeah, so this is a little bit of what that tooth core page was looking like, which is why this one's kind of colored. I just want to make sure that there we go. But I'm not gonna show the actual thing because it's a little crazy, but I kind of like some of these thumbnails. I like this one a lot. I kind of want to like draw it digitally. Then we have, you know, this, and this was done with acrylic paint. And I've heard a lot of people say that acrylic paint tends to stick to itself, and I don't know if the reason why it hasn't in this sketchbook is because I added like, you know, some like this. Oh my gosh, what is it called? Ink. Thank you. Some like ink to it, but at the same time it would still like sticks. I don't know, but it was like a lot of acrylic paint, and then I like smushed it together and then drew what I saw on this side, but I still really like the way that it looked without it, so I didn't want to finish it. I almost just opened that page. Oops. Then I had a whole bunch of like Sanrio stickers, so I put them in here, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna draw them in my own style. I can actually draw Kuropi really well because I'm obsessed with Kuropi. He is my favorite. I also like Pochako as well. I think he's cute. Then I drew more of that silly bear. And then I came up with like a Cupid character. I'm kind of ignoring the rest of that just because I don't really have anything to comment on it, but I did draw these two together and that was kind of fun. And then I did another art gallery. I really like this. And then it says, you see that? Yeah, a stinky. He's calling you a stinky. And then I made this into an actual digital drawing. And it is still one of my favorite things I've ever done in my life. It's so funny to me. I really like this. It's just, you don't look so good. He's like, what? It cracks me up and there's no reason for it. It's so stupid, but it's so good. And then I was getting frustrated with art around this time, so I tried to cover up all the faces with stickers, but they were transparent. And then, I'm not going to talk about that page because it's dumb. Then I drew some more bears. Then I drew more bears, and I was trying to draw people again, but I didn't like the way that it was turning out. Trying to draw like mermaids. Then I was trying to come up with my own persona, and this is not me anymore. I don't even think I ever like finished it, but I was trying to go for something here, and it did not work. Then I was trying to like make space, but again, I had no idea how to like use alcohol markers. So it just kind of turned out like this. But we're gonna pretend like it's fine. I actually kind of like the way I put these stickers together. I like that. Then I was trying to come up with like, you know, a business card. And this was my username at the time, but I never ended up doing that. I like this Enderman a lot. Then I was trying to draw more people and getting comfortable with drawing people. Like, I was not liking the way that it was turning out. Because I was like, oh, I just don't understand anatomy. I understand it now. Because remember, this was like 2 years ago. But, man. Then I was like redoing the clay faces that I've made. So this was like the first one that I had made. And it was like these colors. And it's really cute. But I have to remake it again. For sure. And then this is a redo of my like honey bear that I did. So I was like, oh, what if he got stung? Then I was kind of getting tired at this point, but I made like a little like comic guy, and it was like, you know, I didn't like the way that I did that, or like this sleepy moon guy that I made, and then I never redid him at all. That's okay. And then I drew more bears. And then I was feeling burnt out. His head's way too big. Otherwise, I think that this would have been okay. And he's like, I don't know what I am. That's me. And then I was like kind of coming up with like this like burning, melting person for some reason. We don't talk about it. And then I had like this llama that was like Grim Reaper, but like had like love core. So it says my love life is dead. Which mine is not, but that is okay. And then, you know, try to draw more people without really trying. I drew this face and I really like it. And I was just doodling, I guess. I still kind of like whatever this thing is, but you know. Then I was like, oh, I like discovered these pens that I still have. I use them all the time now, but I made this and it took forever. And then I was gonna try to do it again as like a full spread, and then I never finished it, but that's okay. More bears, more like silly stuff. I was gonna come up with like these like Halloween clay faces. Didn't sell a single one of them, so that was really disheartening. I think that's why I like stopped making them. But I made a clown, I made a demon. I did not make a Grim Reaper. Maybe I should have done that. That one would have sold. Then I was trying to draw more people. She's still kind of cute. I kind of like her, but everything else is kind of like crazy. Drew more of them. We are going to ignore that. But yeah, I was just trying to draw more people, and you can kind of sort of tell my, the only hairstyle I felt like I could draw. More people, and then I was trying to come up with the mentor character for another character of mine, for Roya. Why was I trying to draw his toes? I don't know. But yeah, that's the design that I had for Roya. I think I'm gonna redesign him. I think I have to sort of do that soon. Then I was coming up with like this like dog design for like, you know, Valentine's Day, because for some reason that was on my mind. And then I had like this unicorn that also had hearts on it. The dog also had hearts, but you know, I didn't draw that, but it's okay. More people, more just trying to understand how people work. And I was drawing like this guy. Yeah, I liked this guy though. I think he was kind of fun to draw. But I just like really liked these colors, so I was like, oh yeah. And then I was watching a sketchbook tour video, right? And this person was like, oh yeah, I have this like OC that looks exactly like this. And I had never seen their video, and I also had never, and I don't think that they even know that I exist. I actually, and this was like way after I made the sketchbook, by the way, when I watched it, but I immediately went back to this and I was like, they're the same, that's crazy. But yeah, I really like this guy. I think he's kind of silly. I also really like the way I did that. And then I was trying to come up with like more characters for that silly like fish universe. Just some doodles. I don't even know. And then this just says Joe Mama with some little creatures. Some more doodles. I don't know what it was with these two, but I was like, oh, I'm so good at art. So good at art. And like I kind of like these eyes actually. This kind of looks like something I would try to draw now, just like different style, but you know. Same thing with these two, but yeah, I mean, just some more doodles of bears and more people. What do you mean murder isn't fun? Me too. I think I still have this guy, because I really like the way that he turned out, because he like he looked so cool, but nobody bought him. And then I had like this like tooth fairy guy, and then the witch and demon, and I think this was supposed to be a possum, and trying to draw more people. This I think was based off of Milky Tomato, but I was like really like that, like the ghosts that she's made, you know. And I was trying to like make another tooth core page, but I didn't like it. I think this was my first attempt at trying to draw a horse from memory. I don't know how to draw a horse, not even now. But I still kind of like this guy, gonna be honest. Don't think that there's really, lasagna. I think that's supposed to be Garfield, but without anything related other than lasagna. That's actually really funny. I actually really think that that's like the goofiest thing in the world. I need to like remake that. That's good. And then I was like, oh, I'm having an art block. So then I was just kind of like doodling, and it's just like so bored. That's me. Then I completely messed this page up, because this is when it stuck, but that's okay. I didn't really like the way that this page was coming out anyways, so same thing with this page, but it didn't stick to itself, so we have to look at it. And then I didn't draw anything here, and then I think the only thing in here is this, but it's like really like sticky. That's okay. It can stay in there. But oh my god. Yeah. So that's my second sketchbook. I think, well, currently I'm on my 10th sketchbook, so don't even worry, okay, because my sketchbooks are a lot better now. But I think back then, you kind of are like, you kind of get sick and tired of like trying to draw the same thing, and so you're like, oh, I don't want to like erase it, but I still like looking through the sketchbook. I think that I think we had some laughs. So I guess I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully, please.